So now, before chopping spinach, just to save time, let's start boiling the water and in parallel frying pine nuts. We take only half a teaspoon of vegetable oil, just 1 spoon or just maybe half a spoon. Put it in frying pan. While pine nuts are frying and the water is heating, we chop spinach, but before chopping, I would like you to remove stems. And just in order to leave leaves. So if a stem is big, you just, so it's easy, can be done with fingers. So while the water is boiling and the pine nuts are frying, we chop spinach in a coarse pieces. Okay, I have one more notice about spinach. Well, the two main ingredients of the filling is salmon and spinach. And the classic recipe is to have a half of salmon and half of spinach. But anyway, if you don't have scales, well, this proportion may slightly be different. So, or maybe at your taste, someone likes more spinach, someone likes more salmon. It doesn't actually mean very much. So my water is boiling, and we put spinach in the boiling water for 1 or 2 minutes just to get it wilted. For 1 or 2 minutes. And remember that we do not put salt at this stage. No salt at this stage. We shall salt the whole filling when it will be ready. Please don't forget about pine nuts. They are maybe already done. The mine are already okay. Okay, so now I expect you all to have the spinach boiled, yeah, wilted. So now we proceed with drying it on the large frying pan and then frying. So to dry the spinach, just put another maybe 1 or 1.5 teaspoon of olive oil in it, and put spinach there. And you also select 6 or 7 on the panel. The heat should not be too high for this stage. Okay, when you feel that the spinach is a little bit dried, so you put butter in spinach. And remember that the butter should be not salted, should be unsalted. A small, maybe, amount of around 10 grams, just to smear the frying pan, this one. Well, at the end of this stage, spinach should become creamy and dry. And, it's very important not to overpass the border that the spinach gets crunchy. No, because otherwise there will be no good taste of the filling, okay? Meanwhile, let's check our salmon. Everybody has around 250 grams, plus minus maybe 1 or 2 grams of salmon, and please take the small bowl. Looking at spinach, we cut salmon. Well, salmon should be diced in a kind of cubes with an edge of maybe 1 or 1.5 centimeters. Well, it is essential not to make a mince with and not very large pieces of salmon. So it should be just 1 centimeter of each edge. Yeah, we need to put it on 200 degrees Celsius. That's done. Okay, so anyway, remember that an oven has to be heated about 15 minutes. So you switch it on about 15 minutes before putting the pie into. Don't forget about spinach. I have chopped my salmon. My spinach is still frying. Well, what can we do at this stage? We can remove skin from garlic. If you don't. Another operation, to take one of the eggs which is on your benches and separate yolk from the white. So we shall need yolk to smear the top of the pie before putting it in the oven. Well, here on the tray you have a nutmeg. Well, this nutmeg is considered as a very popular Russian seasoning. It is added in many kind of dishes, in soups, in meat, in salads, no, in fish. In many dishes you use this nutmeg. Well, it has a kind of specific taste, and I usually for this pie I would consider to just maybe take 2 or 3 grates, maybe 3. Well, anyway, you need only a pinch of, not the whole one. The whole one, it would not be tasty, you know. It'd be overloaded with this taste. So 2, 3, maybe 4 grates only. And let's do it after we mix the filling. The seasoning comes at the end. I would like to tell you a couple of words about moisture. Well, the idea of preparing the filling is to get finally it dry. If you have some moisture, well, after all these procedures, we have to remove the excess moisture with a spoon, because otherwise the pie will not be cooked. It will have too much water in it. So in this case, it's very important to get spinach dry. Yeah, to drain water first and to get it dry on the frying pan. The same about salmon. We have dried the salmon yesterday when we divided it into portions. We dried it. But if you buy it in the shop, it's better to rinse it first. And in this case, you should remove the moisture. You should dry it with using the towel or maybe if you want paper towel. Well, the spinach is ready, but it is hot. Ideally, you should cool it down into at least maybe 40 degrees. But unfortunately, we have no time to wait. We have some limits. So And you have diced spinach before, so you put the spinach into the bowl where salmon is. If the salmon gets a little bit cooked, contacting with this hot spinach, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Well, after this, put the cream in, put the egg, grate garlic, grate nutmeg, I usually do not put too much salt, but I like pepper. That's it. That's ready to mix. Now let's do the pie itself. You remove the plastic and feed it with fingers. Don't forget to remove some moisture if there is. Just remove it. Okay, so now it's ready to go to the oven.